Hi, this is Brad Sweezy. I'm president of M4Lawyers, Marketing for Lawyers, and I want to talk to you today about what's involved with the marketing checkup. Now, it occurred to me when I was getting my physical that a lot of times we don't do checkups on our business or our law practices, et cetera, and we don't know if we're doing well or not doing well, or things we can improve or not improve. And so it dawned on me that a marketing checkup would probably be something that's useful. It's not too expensive, and it helps you set the stage and evaluate what you're doing and what you're not doing right. So let me go over what's involved. Okay, the goal is to look at everything you're doing, online, offline, social media, which is typically the junk food of marketing for law firms. I know because I follow hundreds of law firms, and very often I'm the only person who likes what they post. Client customer contacts. So often attorneys forget that component of let's keep in touch with our clients. Now on a business, business law, et cetera, commercial transactions and things like that, you're generally going to be doing that more, but there's times where you might be a personal injury attorney, you help them with their case. And then you forget that one of the things you can do is keep in touch with them, because they're going to run into people who need help. And also you can be, their lawyer of choice, so to speak, and then you can refer out any legal matters to another attorney. So that's what we want to do. Our typical meetings is usually 1 to 2 hours. It's more toward 2 hours. We're going to ask you questions. You're going to answer them. You're going to ask us questions. We'll answer them. And then that dialogue helps us lay the groundwork of what needs to be fixed immediately. And then other prescriptions to help you potentially get better marketing than what you're doing now. So that's what we'll do. Online, we're going to take a look at your website. We'll pull it up. We'll see if there's Google Analytics on there. And a lot of times it is on there. Then I ask you the question, well, when's the last time somebody gave you data on it, and you look at it? We'll talk about SEO. We'll talk about mobile views, load times, and we'll talk about content improvements, online form. There's my phone, which is not shutting off. So there's my phone. So content improvements, online form problems, that's a big thing where you have these forms on your website and then you fill them out, and I'm not sure you get all the forms. It's very common that people are filling out forms on your website and you're not actually getting the information. So, and we'll look at much more. Offline. Now, chances are you're not doing as much offline as you used to do, but if you're doing anything, we'll evaluate your flyers, your brochures. Are you running some print ads in the paper? You might be doing TV, radio, especially if you're a personal injury attorney, signage, those kind of things. Anything that is printed. Social media. We're going to look at all the different social medias that you're doing, that you use, the platforms you use, and a lot of you do it the same way. So it's not, you may think you're special in that, but most of you do the same way. You give it a courtesy type of thing, and it's very hard to generate substantial amount of business from social media. I've seen some attorneys act like idiots on TikTok. I don't know if it's working for them or not, but I guess that you decide if that's how you want to be known as an attorney, then go for it. But we'll evaluate everything, and I think LinkedIn, especially in those areas that commercial transactions, corporate bankruptcies, and things along those lines, having a good LinkedIn presence produces some benefit. In fact, I mean, from my perspective, I've got my biggest client from LinkedIn from somebody in Texas. So, you never know. We'll talk about the client contact. I said before, you've got to keep in touch with clients, keep in touch with your centers of influence, your referral sources, so that they're always seeing something from you. So when something pops up, they can go, oh yeah, I just remembered this. They might not remember it otherwise. So it's a very good way to do it. Frequently you do an email, every month, and then maybe once every 6 months you do something printed. I talked to one attorney who every year he sends a holiday card, and every year he gets business from that holiday card around, the Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa holidays. So there's a lot of different ways to get business, but you got to keep in touch with people. If you don't, then you're just constantly trying to get new people in, and you're forgetting the old people are your best advocates. So I would definitely do that. How much does it cost? basically $250 for a 2-hour exam. Okay. And we don't accept insurance. I know it's a lame joke, but we don't accept it. If you want to go longer, we can do that. And if you don't feel like you've got value from it, then, just say I didn't get value from it, and we'll refund you the money. So that's that. You will get some things, and obviously if you want to do something else, we can do that later on, but at least you'll have somebody who's not already being paid by you, basically, who has an interest in saying everything is great. We'll take a look at it from a marketing perspective and tell you whether or not it's great. My experience is 30 plus years in marketing. I've worked at the lowest level, so to speak, small, not lowest level, but single, member businesses, practices along those lines. I worked at the Food and Drug Administration in Washington, D.C., dealing with all kinds of recalls and regulatory affairs matters. I went to Georgetown Law. I've been doing this a while. I've handled big budgets, $1 million plus budgets. I know what to look for. I know how to evaluate whether something is working or not working, and I'll let you know. So if you're interested, you can email me at brad@m4lawyers.com, call me. There'll be a link on this website if you see it on the website, and then we'll go from there. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.